will equal $2,500, and a max donation of $5,000 if we reach 100,000 concurrent viewers. We're about to go to commercial, but when we come back, we have a lot of great games for you, playing for the Prevent Cancer Foundation at AGDQ 2014. For anyone who's just turning in, this is Awesome Games Done Quick 2014. This is put on by Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live. We are raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. It's a nonprofit organization that has raised millions of dollars for cancer prevention research, education, advocacy, and outreach programs. All of your donations go straight to the charity. It's put on by Speed Demos Archive, the premier community for video game speedruns. You can go to Twitch TV, twitch.tv/team/SDA. And we have a lot of runners from SRL, Speedruns Live, the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you like to become competitive or just race casually with friends. If you go to speedrunslive.com, you can learn more. Currently, we are setting up a cave story. And if you donate $15 or more during the run, you will be entered into a raffle to win a cave story parlor and backdrop. TheYetee.com, that's TheYetee.com, has some AGDQ t-shirts that they're selling. $3 from the sale of each shirt goes directly to the charity. So if you go to theyeti.com/SDA, you'll find those there. And the cameras were donated by GameSpot. They are the reason why our stream is so high quality. So give them some love. Anonymous donated $60. Thank you very much. Says, hey guys, long-time watcher, first-time donator. You were doing an awesome thing here. My aunt died from lung cancer 2 years ago, and my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer last Christmas. It's a stupid disease, and let's beat it into submission.
Why don't you just sit back here?
Remember, for an upcoming donation incentive, we are going to have a TaskBot run a couple of games. You can choose between Super Mario Bros. 3 with warps versus Super Mario 64's zero-star run. The bot is programmed to play games, so if you want to see a robot pretty much beat a Mario game in a way no human being could, then there you go. Baini donated $15. Thank you very much. Great stuff you guys are doing. Luckily, haven't had anyone in my family with cancer, but hearing all the stories from others really gives me feely feels. $15 from Chachi444. Hey again, Tyler donating another $15 during Cave Story, another one of my favorite games. Good luck to all the runners. Thank you very much for your donation. $50 from Anonymous. Really looking forward to an awesome Cave Story run. Could definitely use some good strats for Sacred Ground. Good luck to the runner and keep up the great work. Thank you very much. We also have quite a few bonus games you can possibly donate for if you want to see some bonus video game plan. They include games such as ActRaiser 2, Donkey Kong 64, Skyrim, E.T., Luigi's Mansion, Sonic 06, Super Mario Land 2, Tony Hawk 3, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and a mystery game of some sort. Yeah, I need. This blue donated $20. Thank you very much. This donation is going for Inbounds Portal. Azorae, make sure you don't cube throw because it's out of bounds. Thumbs up.
Who was that from?
This blue?
This blue. That was blue.
Matthew Salazar donated $15. Thank you very much for that. Big fan of Cave Story, but my grandpa going through his third round of chemo, not so much. Good luck to the runner and thanks to everyone involved with planning and running the marathon. Keep it up and remember to get some sleep. Then we won't be playing video games. You can see the bind we're in.
It's inbound, and then you go out of inbounds into inbounds. Oh, I understand now. It is a little bit. No, it's not. It's not that it's arbitrary. It's just that nobody follows the rules.
Jalen Stitt donated $30. Thank you for your donation. My youngest nephew, Landon, was diagnosed with a cancerous tumor in his right eye at the young age of 9 months. It resulted in emergency eye removal, and he had to have 6 months of chemotherapy due to a spot that had spread to his brain. He is now 3 years old and has had no signs of cancer since his final treatment. He kicked cancer's ass and has inspired me to do that as well, doing what I can. Samuel Grain donated $15. Love Cave Story and love the cause. Keep up the good work, guys.
Turtle made it. Yes. I didn't realize you got right from Canada. When'd you get your passport?
Smith 50 donated $5. Thank you for your donation. Hey guys, I donated earlier but missed it being read. I lost my grandfather to leukemia in 2005 and grandmother to breast and liver cancer in October 2013. My aunt luckily survived her breast cancer and is now cancer-free thanks to the research that you all donated to. Put this towards reader's choice. Thanks, guys. I will have to think about that then. Thank you very much. Thunder Pony donated $50. Rest in peace, Cancer Dawn of Mankind, 2014. Cyberbot X donated $15. It's time for M1 quote to help Curly Brace save the floating island. Yay! Good luck on the run, especially with the ending. Let's see some glitched Yoshi's Island later. I am all for glitched Yoshi's Island. Remember, if you want to spread the word, just use the hashtag AGDQ 2014. Spread the word, let everyone know, hey, these games are being destroyed meticulously by a bunch of awesome nerds. Anonymous donated $5. Says, hi, I recently lost my best friend with cancer. I have no idea what that is, but I hope it's not as deadly as violent video games. Let's beat cancer, and good job promoting G-rated games. Thank you for your donation. Firebrand donated $20. Says, I love, 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 love Cave Story. Thank you guys so much for playing it and doing this again. I can't tell you how much I look forward to this every year. Keep up the amazing work and being such wonderful people. Thank you for donating. Anonymous donated $15. Big ups to that chat. Turn those Bible thumps upside down and let's all rock this AGDQ. Also, some shout outs to the restreams. Twitch.tv/MrMV is the French restream, and Twitch.tv/EXE_DE is the German restream. Thank you very much for helping us reach an international audience. Anonymous donated $15. Hey, AGDQ, a friend recommended I check you guys out last summer, and I gotta say, you put on one heck of an awesome event. I'm excited to see my favorite games live this time around. Cave Story hype and kick cancer's butt. Thank you for your generous contribution. Gregor C. donated $60. Thank you for your donation. Says, love you all. Hope I was this good at awesome games. My mom had breast cancer when I was a kid. She's been cured, but I hope we can eradicate cancer together. Greetings from France. Dr. Detroit donated $6. Friend Dan passed away from cancer in October from an inoperable brain tumor and had been highly affected by cancer all his life. Also donating because Cave Story is my second favorite game of all time. XD Flames donated $50. Thank you very much. Rest of my donation for the day: lost both of my grandmothers and one grandfather due to cancer and other related illnesses. It's a great thing you guys are doing. Take my money for cancer prevention and Cave Story. Anonymous donated $15. My friend's mother died of cancer. This is the same friend who showed me Cave Story. Keep up the good work, everyone. Thank you for your donation. Remember, all of your donations go straight to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Their website is preventcancer.org. And we have our game ready. Excellent. And if you donate $15 during this run, $15 or more, you'll be entered into a raffle to win a Cave Story Perler and Backdrop.
He doesn't have one. I want my donations to go to Portal Inbounds. All right. Start the timer in 3, 2, 1, now. This is a video game called Cave Story. It's a very good video game, and if you haven't played it, you should. I also don't have sound all of a sudden. That's probably an issue. I'm getting some sound and it's not quite right. I mean, I don't know if that's how it is on the stream, if that's how it is on...
You might only be getting one audio channel, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. I think it's probably fine on the stream. Should I just keep playing, keep going, or what? The game's also running somewhat slowly, I can tell. No, it's not. Shall I keep going?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. So I'll go ahead and say some things. Cave Story was released in 2004. It was developed by one guy. It's very stereotypically thought of as the indie game that started this retro-styled indie platformer trend, for better or worse. And it's a pretty basic game on the surface. You jump and shoot, but it's got a lot of little details that make it pretty unique. This is the first boss coming up here. Got the quick kill on her.
Nice.
Thank you. Cave Story is thought of as a pretty difficult game, generally speaking, and I think that shows in the fact that in the very beginning of the game, you're put into 2 boss fights back to back. Second boss fight coming up. Got it. Something I should point out is that in Cave Story, when you're airborne, you move about 5% faster, which obviously is not a huge difference, but it's something to take into account. So I'm going to be jumping pretty much wherever I go, whenever I can. And that was a very long blue screen.
Basically, that second toaster, briefcase, lunchbox, boss, whatever he is, jumps into the building and asks, "Hey, you want to fight me?" And you say, "No." And he's like, "All right." You know,
I don't know how much of that is true. Coming up next is an area called the Egg Corridor, and speedrunners hate it because you need a certain amount of experience by the time you get to the end of it. But of course, the drops that you get there are random, so a lot of times you just don't get what you need. The sound sounds very weird from the speaker, but I'm okay with it personally. I'm cool with the drops I got.
So coming up is a trick where he triggers the cutscene and then you want to land on top of the fly, and usually it would bring you right over to that wall where the heart container is, but it saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, just getting pushed by the bugs is pretty okay. It doesn't really save that much less time compared to getting the full bug ride. I gotta say, it's really not, the game is really not running too great, so I'm gonna play the best I can, but it's running a bit slower, and that's gonna mess with some of my timings and stuff. If there were some kind of moment I could take to end some processes or something and see if that would help, that would be good, but if not, then I can deal with it. Okay. This little thing at the bottom of the screen called the basil, it will one-shot you if it touches you. So I had to take a step back there to like manipulate its movement so I could get through that area without taking that hit. Hopefully these last few guys drop the XP I need because I didn't get such good XP throughout the Egg Corridor, and yeah, I got it.
Now, the weapon system in this game is interesting. Instead of having weapons that require a large amount of XP to level up, they only require a small amount of Doritos, but when you take damage, they level down. So you need to be sure to play carefully.
I got hit by this boss, which is very embarrassing, but it happens.
Yeah, you're able to jump into his hitbox because he only really has a way to damage you when he punches, so you can just jump inside of him.
This is Sue. She's cute. For those of you who can't read Japanese, in this cutscene, you're telling her that she's cute, and she's denying it because she's very bad at taking compliments. So your goal for the rest of the game is to convince her that she is indeed cute.
Yeah, the translation really got that wrong.
Yeah, they should have hired me, I think. I have 1 HP and not nearly enough experience, so I'm going to take some time here to rectify that problem, if at all possible. And I got what I need. There's this particular bug behind me who's following me, And if I go slow here, it doesn't really matter as long as that bug doesn't catch up to me, because I'm about to use him for a damage boost. And got it. There are several life capsules like that throughout the game that just increase your max health, and they of course take time to get, but they're all worth it because you have to take quite a bit of damage in this game when you're trying to go fast. If there are any donations to read, now's a good time for it.
All right. David F. donated $10, said, my grandfather used to watch me play Super Mario 64 back in 1996. It was his last gift to me before he passed away from lung cancer. Hopefully this donation will bring us closer to a cure for cancer and spread more video game love. Good luck, speedrunners. Party Hat donated $2, said, nearly lost my aunt to cancer. Mad respect for what you guys are doing. Shout outs to Hen Jones. Oh. Caden Hamilton, aka Yellow Pepper, donated $200. Woo! Says, I've lost 2 members of my family last year to cancer. Thank you for this marathon. Thank you, Caden. He's a member of the Speed Gamers community.
So this is an area called Grasstown, and when you're just playing through the game normally, it's a pretty easy area. So it's kind of deceptive in that way because when you're speedrunning, it's got quite a few tricks that you got to do. They're not terribly hard, I suppose, but they all save quite a bit of time. I just got a weapon called the Fireball, and the thing I should explain about projectiles in this game is that there is no limit on how fast you can shoot most weapons. There is a limit on how many projectiles you can have on screen at a time, which basically means the closer you are to an enemy, the faster you can shoot. So weapons like the Fireball, which have higher amounts of damage per hit, but have, they're balanced by less convenient projectile patterns, I guess you'd say. Those are what you want to use if you want to kill bosses. If you, if you feel like getting up close to them. That's good.
M1.
Yeah.
Your donation goal, the lipstick.
It's what?
Your donation goal.
Oh, it is met. Okay. Well, then I need to go back and get me some lipstick. All right. See this right here? This cute girl? She's some kind of weird rabbit thing. I don't know. Oh, it probably won't work now because I've already talked to her. I wish I had known that that goal had been met. I can't get the lipstick. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. If you sleep in Chaco's bed before you exit her house, then she will sleep in the bed with you, and you will wake up with her lipstick in your inventory, and the implications are they're there. That's the best I can say.
This is too lewd.
It is too lewd. Anyway, after you talk to her, all these jellyfish spawn outside, and you have to kill this big one, because he has jellyfish juice that you can use to put out people's fireplaces. Very specific use.
Well, at least now you can be faithful to Curly.
True, yeah. That should have been a donation goal in itself. Make them fight over it. I got charcoal from this guy's fireplace. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. It's ridiculous to need to save in Grasstown, but since this is a marathon, if something can go wrong, it will. It's really
Coming up,
strange that the game is running as slowly as it is. I don't know what the cause of that could be, but I think I'm handling it pretty well. This trick right here should put that to the test, and my metal was tested, and I failed. But I have a backup strat.
so when you open the menu, it resets your invincibility frames. So opening the menu there allowed him to take several damage boosts to get over that house. Otherwise, you would have to clean out her fireplace like you did before, and then go get more jelly juice later for a later quest. So by doing that, he skips having to get the jelly juice another time.
Yeah, that trick alone saves a ton of time here in Grasstown.
Please remember to talk to the door.
You need to talk to the crack and then talk to the door.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Whatever. You
It's a
too.
little step I tend to miss when I'm streaming.
Don't worry about it. Just play video games fast.
This is a robot named Malco, and he's pretty cool, but he's gonna get squished.
Hard boss.
Yeah. Speaking of hard bosses, here's the first real Balrog fight. Pretty hard. So we gotta help out Malco now, and he tells us that he knows how to make bombs, so we can use it to get into that room we were messing about earlier. Right here, I'm gonna go in here and heal real quick. I'm about to do a boss fight, which, if you want to go fast, requires you to take damage, and then you have to do a damage boost before it and a damage boost after it. So you want full health if you can.
So Malco sends you on a quest to get 3 ingredients. He needs charcoal from a fireplace, jellyfish juice from the giant jellyfish, and gum base from the gum room,
Right.
which are the ingredients to make a bomb. Remember that, kids. Since we already have 2 of those, all we have to do is get the gum.
Just taking a little stop there to get experience from my missile launcher that I just got. It doesn't matter that I had to go slow to do that because these bats I'm gonna damage boost off of, so I had to wait for them anyway.
Also, I use the pronoun we as if I'm actually putting out effort right now.
Commentating is the most pressure-filled role to play.
And I'm dying over here.
This is Belfrag, he's an idiot, and I'm gonna prove it. I just proved that I'm an idiot, actually, because I shot one too many fireballs. It should be perfectly fine, though. It was perfectly fine. If you can beat him in 3 rounds, then that's good. Sometimes he'll randomly, I'm pretty sure it's random, he'll take 4 rounds to beat, but he took 3 there, so I'm happy. Right now, you probably noticed I was going pretty fast there. I kept my momentum from boosting off of that vent by just jumping as soon as I hit the ground, and I bounced off of an enemy in the process. It's kind of like, I guess you could say it's like bunny hopping, except not at all. If you don't gain momentum, you just keep whatever momentum you had. Went too high there. long cutscene here. 2 long cutscenes in a row, actually, so you've got a lot of time for donations.
Utineth donated $75. Thank you very much. It says, cancer is wrong and bad. There should be a new, stronger word for cancer, like bad wrong or badong. From this moment, I stand for the opposite of cancer, no dab. Thank you all for what you're all doing here.
That's how facts are made.
Summa22 donated $50. My grandpa passed away from cancer this October, so I thank everyone for doing this and raising the money. I thank you for donating. Nicholas Taylor donated $50. I lost my mother to throat cancer a little less than a year ago. I've loved AGDQ ever since I stumbled upon it, and it's very dear to my heart to be able to contribute to my favorite pastime and to a horrible disease I hope to never experience again. Thank you very much. Agent Jones donated $50. Boo Cancer. Hooray Cave Story. This is one of my favorite games and I'm stoked to be seeing it played for such a good cause. Thanks guys, keep on rocking. The Manwich donated $25. I first got into watching Fast Plays back at AGDQ 2013 and I've been hooked ever since. Watching you guys on SDA and SRL is great, but nothing beats this event with all these great people together raising money to kick cancer's ass. It's been a great start to an event so far, and I know it will only get better. I will donate an additional $25 if Azorae gives M1 a good slap.
Go for it. That was pretty good.
Could we each just keep put $25 in the pot just to watch that over and over again? Just have a machine set up next to him that just constantly smacks him in the face while he's trying to play this game.
I'm just thankful
just
that
make
was
it a
during
gift.
cutscene.
Don't worry, the next one's coming during hell.
Okay, good. You want me to die there? I could not get that jump. There are going to be some tricks that I don't think I'm just going to be able to do because, like I said, the game's running kind of poorly. I'll do what I can, though.
Oh, wow.
This is Curly Brace. She is a robot, just like the player character. Except she is a girl and the player character is a guy. She's pretty cool, so she's going to give me a gun. That's very good. My Polar Star is garbage. She's going to give me the machine gun, which is the best weapon in the game. I got a dog. I'm going to stay as faithful as I can to the donation incentive and get these. Let me get out here into the light so I can examine and explain. So, okay, this girl here, she's Curly Brace. She's a robot. This is a pair of her panties. I have them now.
So this is the dog collection quest, which means, chat, you know what to do. I want to see some Hassan chops.
So it was important for me to get level 2 missiles before I got to the sand zone because they kill these sun-like enemies very quickly, which is great because they're in your way and they drop a ton of experience. As I make my way through this area, I want to get as much experience as I can for my machine gun, and you'll see why when I get to level 3 with it.
that one sound channel. I hope it's all right on the stream, but
Yeah, it's. I'm sure people on the stream can't tell, but in real life, or next to the speaker, the music in this game sounds really weird because we just have one sound channel. It's kind of cool, actually. So this is an easy boss. You just kind of stand next to him and mash your fireball, and he's no threat at all.
Mark Alford donated $500. Says, thanks for everything. I was going to buy an Xbox One, but this is a more important cause. I agree.
I have missiles, so I have to kill that guy the old-fashioned way.
could have been like 20 slaps.
Please, no. I'm gonna kill these 2 skulls here so that I can hopefully get experience from them. Ideally, it's not necessary, but better safe than sorry. This is Old Lady Yinka, and she is the owner of, the owner of this dog. She has 4 other dogs, 5 total, and I have to go find the other 4 now. A lot of people think this part of the game is boring and repetitive because you just go through the same area finding 4 different dogs, but when you're speedrunning, I think it's no less interesting.
So as you can see, the important part of the machine gun is that it will elevate you as you use it, only at level 3 though. So you can use that to fly.
Yeah, that's the main reason it's such a good weapon. Throughout the rest of the game, it's going to be really important for me to maintain level 3 on my machine gun as much as I can. As mentioned earlier, when you take damage, you lose experience on whatever weapon you had at the time. So I had to kind of manage that with the fact that a lot of times you have to take damage to go fast. So.
MCP donated $100. This awesome event has become a biannual event. Love the message, the t-shirts, and all of your efforts. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of big donations right now. Thanks for that. Dog in the chest. Nothing unusual there. Kill this skull again for experience. Took me way too long to kill that guy, but whatever. It's done. Okay, my machine gun is now at max experience, which is important because I'm about to go through an area where I'll probably have to take damage to keep going fast. And if your machine gun is max, you can take that damage without losing it, without losing level 3, I should say. I need to get all of my remaining weapons to level 3, so. I mentioned at the very beginning of the run that when you're airborne you move about 5% faster, and that goes for being airborne by any means, I'm pretty sure. So, as well as jumping whenever I can use machine gun now to just hover in the air, and that's faster than just staying on the ground and walking. And yep, these birds are up in your way. And if you can, it's faster to take damage from them and just keep going than to kill them. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll... Wow, this guy. He ambushed me. And then I died. I didn't expect that. How long has it been since I saved? Not very long. That has been a while. Jeez. How frustrating. The screen on this laptop just went somewhat darker. Just a heads up.
Touch the touchpad during the cutscene.
Once again, I fight an easy boss.
Remember, an upcoming incentive, we have a task bot, which is programmed to play video games inhumanly well, as opposed to all the robots here that are playing these big games inhumanly well. You can donate to either have it play Mario 64 Zero Star Run or Super Mario Bros. 3 with warps. Thus far, the 64 Zero Star Run has $161.25. The Mario 3 has absolutely nothing, so
Level 3. Time to just reclaim the last dogs I got. And then there should be one more.
Kyrie donated $50. Hey guys, great work so far. My grandmother has just beaten cancer in the last year. Big thanks to everybody who is participating in the marathon and everybody who donates. $50 to Azorae's choosing.
Oh man. That towards the DK64 race.
Iconic 64 race.
It would be any percent run. Whatever it was, something Donkey Kong 64 related.
T-Pocket donated $200. Great fun watching this game. What flavor are the Doritos that are dropping?
Cool Ranch.
I disagree.
Your
I
first
prefer them
Cool
to be
Ranch.
Doritos, Locos Tacos flavored Doritos.
Well, your preference has nothing to do with reality. I'm sorry.
I mean, I have written some pretty extensive fan fiction about this game.
About this game
most
or
of
about
which is
Doritos
about
in general?
Doritos, those tacos.
Are you sure it wasn't the Dorito fanfic that happened to mention Cave Story?
Maybe.
Munchlax donated $20. Donating for the runner of Cave Story to get a hug instead of a slap from the same guy who slapped him. Share the
Wow.
love from Norway.
The duality of man.
Oh, see, look at that. That's adorable. That was a bonus. Getting
That was
mixed
more
signals
sensual
from
than I
her.
expected, but I'll take what I can get. So I'm about to go pick up the dog that I died on last time. Hopefully I can reclaim my honor one way or another. Let's see, all of my weapons are maxed right now, which is beautiful. Which means I don't really need to be on the ground like I am right now. Let me go flying. About these birds, I guess I should explain, since they're basically what led to my death last time. They just kind of stay in their pattern as long as you don't bug them. If you shoot them at all, they get really mad and they ruin your day.
Bird Denmaku.
Yeah, that's bird Denmaku does not happen in this game, no matter how hard you try. It never works out. So that's how that dog should have went last time. It's not a particularly hard area to go through or anything. Fourth dog delivered, one more to go. It's an easy one. Top off my fireball there.
Humbabella donated $100. Looking forward to beating cancer so that you guys can start figuring out how to beat it in under 2 hours. Thank you very much for that.
Nothing to say about that dog, I guess. Just knowing the layout of that room lets you go fast. I guess you could say that about anything you do in speedrunning any game, but
K-Head also donated $100. I lost my grandmother to cancer and don't want that repeated. Thank you very much for your donation.
Now the mean lunchbox, toaster, briefcase thing stole your dogs.
yeah, well, you know, they've been feral most of their lives. I think they can manage.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you can actually just leave with the dog, but if you do that, she doesn't give you the life capsule that he just got?
Yeah, skipping the life pot is faster just because you don't have to take the time to go talk to Yinka, but I mean, you gotta really be good to make that work. It's, even if I had godlike skill, I wouldn't try to do that in a marathon, I don't think. Once again, these birds were relatively nice. No, they weren't, never mind. I take back every compliment I've ever given them. Heal and save for marathon safety. I guess during this cutscene I'll explain how this fight's about to work. This upcoming boss, Toroko, has two attacks basically. She'll stand and throw a block at you, which is bad, or she'll jump over you and throw a block down at you, which is acceptable. If you fire a missile at her, it'll force her to do the jumping attack. And if you don't do that, then she'll just kind of do it in a sort of erratic pattern. And so controlling her attacks makes her much more predictable and makes the fight go faster. Pretty slick strat, I think, but it's pretty easy once you do a bit of practicing on it. R.I.P. Toroko, R.I.P. King. King lives on as the second best weapon in the game because it doesn't make you fly. The blade that I've been using is going to be my new boss killing weapon, taking the place of the fireball. It's you can only have one projectile of the blade on screen at once, but it does a lot of damage, and as previously stated, if you're right next to an enemy or even inside of its hitbox, you know, the projectile limit doesn't really matter.
We've apparently reached $50,000.
Only the first day, y'all. So I made a quick detour to get another life capsule. Ideally, you actually skip that life capsule, but marathon strats. And it doesn't take that long to get, so it's whatever.
This is a section where it's really important to have the level 3 machine gun, because
Yeah.
climbing that takes forever.
Yeah, if you lose level 3 machine gun during your fight with Toroko, you're pretty much done. I have reset on runs that I claimed to be no reset because of that. Though I guess that doesn't make me a unique speedrunner in any way. That's kind of what speedrunners do. These guys all do 5 damage when you hit them, which is quite a bit, but it doesn't really matter. Because in this room is Dr. Agero, and when you talk to him, he full heals you, because he's a doctor. He told me to come in here and kill a ghost, and I ruined the setup, so let me do it again. Dang. You can get a 1 round on this guy, but it's pretty rough. Talk to Dr. Garo again. You gotta talk to Curly here, or she won't appear in the next area, and you just won't be able to progress through the game. I'm gonna kill a few of these guys to top off my machine gun experience. Except they're not dropping any XP, which is unusual for these guys. They usually drop a lot. This is a boss called Monster X. He's no trouble. I think I didn't get that last lock, which happens. I didn't. It had 1 hit left, what do you know? That little position right there makes this boss pretty easy if you have a blade. And that's Monster X. Coming up next, not immediately next, but just a few rooms away, is one of the harder areas of the speedrun. Ideally, you get through there without taking any damage, but that's pretty rare. First up, though, I have another fight with Balrog.
Apparently our friend with the Cerno plush has $15 and he can go towards whatever he wants.
Save the animals.
Save the animals.
Yeah, you got to keep the sides
I think
even.
you're banned.
Okay, I beat Balrog. I'm gonna get an upgrade for my missiles here. Getting this upgrade sets my missile experience back to 0, so I have to re-level them here. It's very important for an upcoming area that I have level 2 missiles. Hopefully this big fan, no he didn't. Hopefully that big fan drops experience, because he always drops a lot, but he didn't there. there we go. Got the XP I needed. Azorae, do you have any comments on this particular area of the game?
It's hard.
Okay. Good commentary.
I agree that it's hard.
These little white guys just do 1 damage each, so it's much faster to just take the damage from them than, you know,
Shout
try
outs
and
to little
dodge
white
them.
guys.
What's that?
Shout outs to little white guys.
Shout outs to little white guys. So 11 went pretty well. The area can be treacherous. It's important that you do fairly well there because you want to set yourself up well for the fight with the core, the next boss fight. If you lose the level 3 machine gun during that fight, then you are done for. But I escaped with good experience. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, what I just did is one of the reasons why you want level 2 missiles for this area. There's a door off far to the right that gets stuck and you're supposed to go up to it and do damage to it to get it unstuck, but you can just shoot 2 level 2 missiles at it and that'll do it from far away. Right now I'm making sure as I go through the water that I shoot my machine gun with such timing that I don't hit the ground or any of the surrounding walls, because that'll let me maintain my momentum from outside of the water. And that saves me about 3 seconds each way. Because you move pretty dang slow underwater. So coming up is the core fight. It's pretty rough if you're just like casually playing the game and you don't have the machine gun. But with the machine gun, it's no big deal, but you gotta make sure you don't lose it. The second reason you want level 2 missiles are that they wreck core pretty hard. The splash damage makes it so that you can hit the core even when he's surrounded by his little minion guys, which he often is. Wow, with these missile drops. Unfortunately, I had to get closer to the core to get them, but that was a lot of missile drops, which is great. Want him to get a little closer than he is now. Okay. So he gave me a ton of missile drops there. In high level play, your core fight really comes down to what kind of drops you get there. That was not what I would call a high level core fight, but it was still nice to get all those missile drops.
M1, you're drowning.
Oh my god, I'm drowning.
M1, you're drowning.
I forgot what I'm supposed to do at this part of the game
Oh
to
my god,
prevent
M1,
myself
you're
from
drowning.
drowning.
You're drowning.
Oh no.
What do you do?
It's been so long since I saved the game. Is this the end of my speedrun?
This is... No.
I don't
No.
know what I'm gonna do. This is why I should have played the game for the marathon. Oh wow, I'm okay. What the heck? Is the game glitching out?
She saved you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Curly Brace here gives you her bubble, and it saves you. It prevents you from dying. But since she's so nice, we can't just leave her behind. We have to take her and fix her up so she doesn't also drown. Save the game because why not? This is a good time for a donation or two.
Anonymous donated $300. First time watcher and first time donation. We are losing a close friend and coworker to cancer. Prayers go out to him and his family. Kudos to all of you for doing this amazing fundraiser, and shout out to Rooster Teeth Ray for introducing me to GDQ. Love and prayers to all runners, donators, and their families.
Thanks for the donation.
Thank you very much. All right, the videogamebacklog.com donated $500. They say, we are the videogamebacklog.com, and we're doing our part to spread the word about AGDQ. Keep up the fantastic work. I have to name this run applause percent. Oh, I've been clapping for this.
Right now, I'm just going through some steps that I've got to go through to get the best ending in this game. This prevents Curly from dying, basically. The game tries to trick you by asking you if you want to leave Curly there. And the default answer is yes. You got to say no. Take her with you. I'm about to come up to a boss that is featured in another game by the same person who made this game, Pixel. It's from Ika-chan, who Lurk-chan back here runs. It's a very good game, and if you haven't played it, you should also play it. This is Ironhead, and he's a big idiot. This is why he's a big idiot, because he just gets behind you sometimes, and you can't really beat him until he comes back out. I'm not sure if that's exactly why I didn't get him as fast as I should have. Maybe my mashing was off, but whatever the case, he's dead now, and that's great, because Ironhead's a big idiot.
Daily reminder to appreciate Ironhead.
No, do not say that. I am about to get the coolest item in any video game after this little cutscene. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop speedrunning for just a second so I can show off exactly how this item works. Like for people who haven't played the game, I guess. Who hasn't played Cave Story? So this is the booster 2.0. It's pretty simple. You jump, press jump again, and it sends you in whatever direction. The drawback is it runs out of fuel, which is slow. Earlier in Grasstown, I mentioned that I was like jumping to maintain my horizontal momentum. You can do that with the booster and the machine gun by boosting into an even surface like that, immediately jumping, and then just continuing on with firing your machine gun down. That's a trick that is called machine boosting, and it just lets you basically maintain booster speed without having to stop on the ground and recharge. I messed up that trick, but it's okay because it's a hard trick and it only saves like 3 seconds and it doesn't even look cool, so I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it. But I already did, so that's the way that is. There's supposed to be a boss fight here. You can skip it by just leaving the room really fast. Not even really fast, just kind of fast. When you open that missile chest, it just takes a few seconds to trigger the boss fight. So just keep going and you won't have to do the boss fight. It's very technical. Right now this guy's asking me if I want to be the worst gamer and get the bad ending. And I'm going to say yes, but I'm actually not going to stay true to my word. You can just keep going, and he doesn't say anything, or I don't know. His dialogue response is faster when you say yes, so that's why you do that. Right now, I'm keeping an eye on my machine gun ammo, because I use that as a cue for when to start heading back to the left. I go for just 20 ammo. And when I start going back to the left, I start stuttering my machine gun shots, just because that drains your ammo more slowly, even though you're going up at the same speed. Here is the plantation. Oops. It's a very wide open area, so you have lots of opportunities to use machine boosting. This P is a big idiot, but I killed him, so it's fine.
Look how menacing those P's are, though.
They're very menacing. They hate everything. You can tell from the looks on their faces. Curly here has lost her memory from the incident with Ironhead, but Mr. Green Man there tells us that there's a mushroom that supposedly brings back people's memories when they eat it. I don't know how that works on a robot, but it works, and I'm going to find it. I missed the fish boost, but it's okay. There will be another opportunity for a fish boost. Just some more dialogue related stuff. Actually, now's a good time for donation readings.
Anonymous donated $55. Just wanted to say awesome job you guys are doing. I didn't catch Summer Games Done Quick live, unfortunately, but I'll be damned if I miss this one. Kick Cancer's ass. Here's $55 for Borderlands 2. Face McShooty because I love that guy. And he needs a hug. And all he needs is a hug and some bullets. Also, those better be Cool Ranch Doritos or I'm going to be severely disappointed.
Man of good taste, or woman, as may be the case. Healing and saving because I'm about to fight a boss that's very vicious. A hateful and vicious sociopath, the likes of which have never been seen in video games before.
Also, to remind everyone that every last bit of your donations goes to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. That's the whole reason why we're here. They were started in 1985, and they are a nonprofit that supports cancer prevention research, education, advocacy, and outreach programs. And if you want to spread the word and help us get even more donations and more viewers, you can use the hashtag AGDQ2014. Runners here are from Speed Demos Archive, the premier community for video game speedruns. Go to twitch.tv/team/SDA. Find a bunch of their stuff there. We also have people from Speedruns Live, the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with friends. You can go to speedrunslive.com to go see that.
That is Malpignon, the mushroom. He was valiantly, well, not valiantly, but he was being a pain, basically. And I put a stop to that. It's a very random fight, pretty much, and I hate it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Back to the plantation I go to help Curly out with my newly found mushroom. Fish boost, yay.
Swag.
Now she's telling me about all the backstory to this game, and it's very interesting, and you should just play it if you want to know it. And after she finishes talking to me, you gotta talk to her again, and she gives you the iron bond. The next few minutes of the run are actually a really good time to read donations, like probably 3 minutes straight. So go for it.
They're very convincing Nina Goddess guys.
Just a reminder that coming up for the next donation incentive, we have a task bot that is programmed to play video games. You can choose to have it play either Super Mario 64 Zero Star Run or Super Mario Bros. 3 with warps. The Zero Star Run is currently at $188.25, and Mario 3 has 0. So either some huge Mario 3 fan is going to step it up, or I think it might end up being Mario 64. Ray of Speed donated $100. Sup AGDQ, Ray of Speed here. Been looking forward to do this ever since my dear sister introduced me to AGDQ last year. Last year I didn't have the money to donate, but this year I do. The money goes 10 ways, giving $10 each to I Wanna Be the Guy Gaiden, Battletoads Warpless, Symphony of the Night Any Percent, Deus Ex A Bomb, Ninja Gaiden 2 Sword Only because Duckfist is amazing, VVV, All Trinkets, Super Punch Out Blindfold, Metroid Zero Mission Low Percent, Sonic 06, and The Mystery Game. Shoutouts to my little sister Lauren for baiting me into speedrunning. Love you, sis.
Okay, coming up I'm about to get my booster back, and I'm going to head to what most people would consider the most exciting part of the run. Oops. There we go, booster back, and unfortunately she takes away my Mimiga mask. That's okay. Re-equip the booster. Save the video game, and last cave. The real cave story starts here. I just hit those spikes by accident, but it doesn't matter because there are a ton of parts to pick up in Final Cave.
Riddy donated $50. I've recently lost 3 family members to cancer, and this event always amazes me with the amount of people donate. Great work, everyone. I'll donate another $25 if M1's Cruel Slap is kissed better.
Better?
Kissed better.
Oh my. What do I do?
It's up to you.
Well, maybe it is just
Are you waiting for an opportune moment? I'm standing still. You're ruining my speed run. Thank you. I hope everybody enjoyed that.
I sure did.
That's all that matters. Why am I killing these guys? Let's just go. Let's play it like a speedrunner. That was a okay final cave, I guess. It happened. You can go to this room and heal. I'm not going to do that because that's slow.
Doing slow things is typically not fast.
Good rule of thumb. This is Misery the Witch, and as we all know, witches get stitches, so let me beat her up. You should know that when you hit her, just her hitbox, she only does 1 damage. So that's a very optimal way to just like get as close to her as possible and mash your blade. All of her actual attacks do a lot of damage, so. $16 HP for the doctor fight is fine. Let's hope he is nice to me. He teleports at random locations throughout the room, so sometimes if he just teleports all the way to the other side, you're going to lose time. Let's see what happens now. Wow, he's very nice today. And that's the Frenzied Doctor. All you need to know about that fight is he does not like missiles. This is Chaco, again, the one whose lipstick we're supposed to have and which I apologize for not having. If you talk to her twice here, you get hearts, and that's very helpful.
So now he's coming up on the undead core, and you have to fight Sue and Misery because they get corrupted by the Doctor. It's easier to take out Misery because she spawns like a whole bunch of little rabbit things, whereas Sue just like flies around and kicks things. So that's why I'll take out Misery instead.
Yeah, you have to take out one or the other first, or the core will go into its cycles very slowly. It's just way faster to kill Misery or Sue first. I want that missile. Actually, at 10 health, I should probably be somewhat careful throughout the rest of this fight. And that's the undead core. That fight usually just goes pretty much the same. Those of y'all who have played the game know what's coming next, and I don't know why I just boosted right there. But that's okay, because that won't happen when I'm in hell, I guarantee it. Save the video game in case it actually happens. This is the Sacred Grounds, also known as Hell. It's considered by most to be the hardest part of Cave Story. Once you've practiced it a lot for speedrunning, I disagree. I think the hardest part of speedrunning in Cave Story is Egg Corridor, but that's just me. This is the tile room, and it's the single worst thing in Cave Story, which isn't saying a lot because Cave Story is a nearly flawless game, but this is, I wish this room were not in the game. These tiles in the room fall in random patterns, so if you're speedrunning, you just have to choose either take a lot of damage or lose time. And if you just try to fly straight through as fast as possible, you're pretty much going to die. But I came out with 15 HP, and that's perfectly fine. Fortunately, the technical issues I was complaining about earlier are pretty much gone in hell, which is great because that's exactly where they would cause the most trouble. I'm actually going to stay and kill the rest of these guys because I didn't... Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure I got all of the experience I need for my missile launcher. And I have it now. Missile. Five. If you break that first lot and stand right up against the wall and shoot more missiles, they'll go through that wall, so you can hit both of those locks at the same time and save about 5 seconds. Right here, you get the biggest missile upgrade in the game, giving you a lot more missiles. I don't remember exactly how many, because I don't know how to pay attention to things, but it's a lot, and you can really use it as a final boss. I'm going to take damage from that guy so that the heavy press here will push me down into the next room. If I don't have invincibility frames going, then it'll just one-shot me if it falls on top of me, but I got iframes from taking damage from that tiny baby enemy. And I have 9 HP, which is as much as I need for the first phase of Valos, the final boss. As long as I don't screw up my mashing, should go fine. If not, then, well, I saved the game, so. And that went fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use my life pot as soon as the next round begins. So I have 3 HP, and that's no bueno. I'm also going to be doing a, hopefully, swag strat. No, I'm not actually. The thing about the swag strat and why it's such a dilemma is that these bats here, up at the top, they can just basically randomly ruin your attempts to do it. And you lose time that way. So I'm just going to go the safe route. Sorry. Make all the eyes. I have 8 HP. Should be fine. Especially now that I actually have more. 9, locking 1 more. And time. $111.26. I'm sorry for going over estimate. I didn't expect to die, and I did die once. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the credits.
I think we're gonna let some robots play video games now.
All right. Shall I go ahead and hop off? Okay.
Just gonna try to keep them ordered.
There's a thing you can do to slap someone and make it sound really loud but not hurt a lot. I don't know if I did it right.
It sounded really loud.